Hello students, we are continuing with the chapter water, and the topics which will be covered today or studied today are depletion of water table, distribution of water, water management, effect of water scarcity on plants, and what role you play in this conserving of water. Okay, so here let us move on to the topic depletion of water table. Depletion means what? Decreasing of water in that area. Okay, so here what is happening? Decreasing of water in this water table area. Okay, so why it is decreasing? Actually, why it is, when rainfall is there, everything is there, then why depletion is taking place? So there are number of reasons, okay, because of which depletion of water takes place. Okay, mainly we are going to study about the increasing population, which is the cause of depletion of water table, industries, increasing industries, and agricultural activities. They are responsible for the depletion of water in the water table area. Okay, so here, first when we talk about the increasing population, okay, what happens in this? Population is going on increasing day by day. Fresh water available is only that much. Okay, that is what? 0.006%. Okay, so here what happens, if the population is increasing, naturally the consumption of water will also increase per day, because individual uses at least 50 liters of water per day. If the number of individuals are increasing, naturally consumption of water is increasing. Okay, and all the activities also are increasing which human beings perform now. Okay, and one of that is the number of houses also increases. Okay, and yes, if we see that yes, population is increasing due to that, due to fulfillment of that, okay, of all the population, okay, houses are being constructed more and more, isn't it? Industries are being constructed, agricultural activities also carried out so much in order to fulfill the need of that the human beings. Okay, so this population is the major cause, I'll say, for depletion of water table, because here if the houses are constructed more, what happens? Suppose if you drop water on the floor of your house, and you drop a glass of water outside in the soil, you will be seeing after some time in your house on the floor the water is present as it is, but in the soil where you have dropped the glass of water, you will be seeing that yes, their water has seeped inside the soil, isn't it? Infiltration has taken place, but in case of the houses, no infiltration, isn't it? Naturally what will happen if infiltration or the seeping of water is not taking place inside the ground? Naturally the level of water in the water table will decrease, isn't it? And yes, when you see in the soil, it gets seeped out in the soil itself. Okay, it gets infiltrated. Okay, infiltration takes place in the soil region, and thus here we can see that yes, increasing population can deplete the water table. Okay, now coming to the industries, increasing industries. As the population is increasing, number of industries are also increasing. Trees are cut off, okay, for just constructing of these industries, and these industries also what they are doing, they are fulfilling the needs of human beings only. And yes, increasing population, increasing industries, and as the result in the industries, how it is depleting the water table? Lot of water is consumed, okay, in the industrial work, and as the result we are seeing that yes, if tremendous amount of water is used, groundwater is used, naturally what will happen? It will decrease the level of water in the water table. And yes, when you talk about these industries are also big buildings, isn't it? And if they are big buildings, naturally again we can say that yes, the floor of that buildings are cemented, okay, in that water cannot seep inside the soil. So and that much area totally is covered where water can't seep inside the soil, and as the result here also we can see what is happening. Depletion of water is taking place, isn't it, in the water table area. Now agricultural activities. Okay, now when we talk about agricultural activities, okay, here mostly in India we see that yes, we depend for agriculture, water for irrigation and all we depend on what? The rainwater. Okay, this rainwater, for this the canals are made, but number of places these canals are also not made. Okay, so here what happens, once the water comes, it is used up, and then yes, what they are doing, they are using the groundwater, digging the tube wells, okay, constructing tube wells and all, okay, and for irrigation purposes. And yes, when these are used, the groundwater is only coming out, isn't it? And this groundwater is naturally, if it is coming out, it is decreasing inside, isn't it, in the water table area. And yes, there will be depletion of water table in that area, where tremendous amount of water is taken out from the ground. So these are the three major causes which we have discussed today for the depletion of water table. Okay. Now, distribution of water. When we say about distribution of water, suppose in India only we are taking, okay, is the distribution of water even in all the places, okay, of India? The answer is no, isn't it? It is not evenly distributed. Why? You can see that yes, some places are getting tremendous amount of rainfall, some are getting average rainfall, some are getting scanty rainfall, scarcity of rainfall is there, and yes, so water is very less present on that in that area. Okay, so where we are seeing that yes, too much rain is there in Cherrapunji, you know, in Assam, okay, gets the heaviest rainfall over there, isn't it? And here we are seeing is too much of water. But yes, this too much of water in the area, if it is totally civilized, okay, houses and industries and all are there over there, what happens? Too much rainfall is also there. The water cannot seep inside the soil. Okay, infiltration can't take place. Naturally, in those areas, what happens? Flood occurs. And this flood is not at all good, isn't it? Because this covers all the houses, all the buildings, isn't it? Trees, okay, all the flora and fauna, isn't it? And disturbing them. The flora means what? The plants, fauna means the animals, okay, and the human beings, all are disturbed due to the flood. Yes, average rainfall, properly if you use the water, will not feel scarcity of water. But yes, there are some regions in India, okay, like Rajasthan, some places of Rajasthan, okay, they get very less amount of rainfall. So there is scanty rainfall, and this scanty rainfall leads to a difficult life over there. Okay, why? Because water is not there. How they will carry out the day-to-day life? For water, the people have to go cover distances, kilometers to bring water, and then they can carry out their life. Okay, so here we can see that his scanty rainfall is just disturbing the life of the people, the trees, the animals, isn't it? And yes, too much of rainfall, okay, too much of water, if a place is getting, that is also being disturbed, flood is being caused, okay, average rainfall, yes, there we have to use the water properly for, so that it can be used up properly throughout the year, isn't it? Because in the rainy season only we get the water, we should remember that, and that water should be conserved. Okay, so many of the places of India when we talk about, okay, the flood regions are there, okay, the scanty rainfall is also there, but yes, the average rainfall regions are also there, and yes, here people, if they use the water properly, no difficulty or no problem in carrying out the day-to-day life. Okay. So when we talk about the water management, okay, first comes the water harvesting, okay, or rainwater harvesting. Actually what happens here, for the houses, okay, proper pipes, channel of pipes are there through which we get water in our houses, isn't it? But what happens when the water is coming through the pipe, sometimes the pipe gets broken somewhere and the water starts leaking from there. So that is what a wastage of water, isn't it? Knowingly or purposely or unknowingly, okay, we waste water, okay, in a day-to-day life also, while brushing, if the taps are leaking, okay, and other things, while washing the utensils, while bathing, using more of water. Actually what happens, if we are practicing in this manner, naturally we are misusing the water, and yes, there will be scarcity of water, isn't it? So there is a need for this water management, and so this water management can be done by what? Rainwater harvesting, or water harvesting should be done, and it can be done easily by rainwater harvesting. Okay, drip irrigation can be carried out. So when we talk about this water harvesting, okay, the rainwater harvesting, in this we can recharge the groundwater. How can we recharge the groundwater? Suppose if the house is there, okay, if a house is there, this is the roof of the house, okay, this is the roof of the house, and you can see here what happens. The rain falls on the this roof of the house, isn't it? And when it falls on this roof, what happens? It can be collected over here, isn't it? But you'll see that yes, there are proper pipes, okay, connected to the roof, okay, it is present on the roof, and from these pipes, okay, what happens? The water comes down, okay, and here you can see that yes, filters are there, okay, from here also it is coming, okay, and filters are there, okay, four corners actually, and here we are seeing that yes, a tank is also made, okay, two tanks if we are making it over here, and then here what happens? Here you'll be seeing that yes, filter is there. Actually from this the water gets collected over here. Here also we'll be seeing that yes, proper pipe is there, and yes, it is collected in a tank, okay, totally. And here you are seeing if the filters are not working properly, or if filters are not used, one tank is again used, okay, where we are seeing that yes, the filters are used over there, and the big particles can be filtered over here, and in this tank we can just keep the water, okay. And here this water is not fit for drinking, but yes, it can be used during or afterwards for washing clothes, okay, washing the utensils, because what happens after sometimes, or if so small certain particles of mud or anything is also there, it won't happen. Sedimentation takes place and it gets settled at the bottom of the tank, and naturally this water can be used, okay. One more thing is there, yes, that yes, if there is the garden area, okay, you can just keep the pipe towards the garden area, okay, and yes, the water can be used over there of that soil, so that water can seep inside the soil. Otherwise what will happen if it is not harvested, okay, then here it will be the accumulation of water, and yes, if it falls down also it will be evaporating or going here and there. So best thing is that yes, make a tank, okay, collect all the rainwater, and it can be used in future, okay. Here you can also make some water harvesting can also be done by making some tank like thing over here where all the water is collected and it comes down. Various methods are there for this water harvesting, okay. And here actually this rainwater is collected and can be used for further use, and this can this is the way in which we can conserve the water, okay, and also recharge the groundwater, okay. In the ancient time, okay, or in old times, okay, people used to have bowries, okay, they used to make bowries, okay. Bowries are nothing but they are just the reservoirs, okay, in which the water was collected, okay. But as the time passed, people also became careless, and these bodies turned into only a thing where the garbage used to be filling these bodies, okay. But later on, when there was too scarcity of water, then people again, what they did, they tried to use these bodies again. They revived these bodies, okay. And now at that places we see that yes, people are getting sufficient amount of water and there is no scarcity of water in that area. So this only teaches us that yes, if we are using the water properly which we are getting, okay, then we will not face any problem. But yes, if we are using it carelessly, okay, and not thinking of its conservation, not thinking of recharging the groundwater, then naturally there will be a time that there will be scarcity of water and the life will become difficult. Okay. Now, second, drip irrigation. In agricultural activities also, I said that yes, lot of water is used up, groundwater is used up. Okay. So, if drip irrigation is practiced, so what is this drip irrigation? What in drip irrigation, here the water is poured to the base of the plant, okay, towards the base of the plant directly, okay, so that the roots can absorb that water easily and the plants can carry out the process of photosynthesis and can grow properly. So here, tremendous amount of water is not passed in the field. Only drop by drop in drip irrigation, here you will be seeing the water totally, okay, not too much also, okay, is poured at the base of the plant, okay, and the water, this plant gets the water directly, the roots absorb the water and as the result they grow properly. Here we are seeing that if we are practicing this process of drip irrigation, what happens? Tremendous amount of water is not required, okay, and it will not be wasted. Only that much is given what is being used by the plants, okay. Now, next is the effect of water scarcity on plants. Okay, if plants doesn't get water, then what will happen? Naturally, if the plants are not getting water, they totally dry up. No, photosynthesis also becomes very difficult, isn't it? Because in the photosynthesis we need water. These plants need water to grow, okay, to prepare its food. But it is not getting water. Naturally, what is happening here? It will dry up and it will die. And if it dies, we all know these plants during the process of photosynthesis, they take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Naturally, what will happen? Oxygen level in the atmosphere also will decrease. And if it decreases, what will happen? Human life will become difficult because this is the photosynthesis of the plant, okay, done by the plant in which it is giving out oxygen, okay. This balances the total pollution also, isn't it? The carbon dioxide which we release out is balanced by with this only, this O2 which is given out by the plants. And so here we see that yes, human life becomes difficult. No food also. If the plants are not there, how we will get the food, isn't it? And here totally disturbance in the human life as well as animal life and plant lives are disturbed only, okay. So what role, next is, so what role we are playing, okay, to conserve the water? We are seeing that yes, the pipes are leaking. It should be repaired within time, isn't it? It should not be left as it is. If it is left as it is, naturally what will happen? Maximum amount of water will be leaked out. And this is just wastage of water. And yes, in the houses, if we have the taps leaking, it should be repaired as soon as possible. Because if it is leaking, water is wasted unnecessarily, isn't it? Now, if we are just washing the floors, instead of washing the floors, we can mop the floor, isn't it? Mopping a floor requires little water, but if you are washing the floor with water, tremendous amount of water is being wasted, isn't it? And it uses actually washing the floor, it needs more water. Why should we use more water when it can be done by mopping the floor? While brushing the teeth, close the tap while you are brushing the teeth, isn't it? In bathing, don't just keep the tap open or the shower open all the time, okay? Because that is also wastage of water. While cleaning the utensils, don't keep the tap open, isn't it? These are some things by which we can conserve water. So in this chapter, beta, we have studied about water, its importance, isn't it? And how if we are not getting water, then what will happen, okay? And why the water is being decreasing day by day. The only few amount of water only is present for our daily use of, which can be used by human beings or the plants, isn't it? So this depletion of water, decreasing of water table, okay, it is a quite alarming thing, isn't it? So water management should be done, and if these are not done, if the plants are not getting water, okay, it will affect our life, the animal's life, the plant's life. So as a whole, summing up the chapter, we can only say that yes, water is a precious resource, okay, and which has been given to us from the environment, okay, and this should be conserved and be used properly so that in future we can get water to survive properly. Otherwise, if we are misusing the water, it is an alarming situation which will lead to difficulty in survival also, isn't it? So hope students you might have understood it. Good day, take care.